Welcome to the Pontificated. This week we're debunking the throat chakra. I'm your host, Rain, Usui Reiki Master, energy healer, acupressurist, and overall occult enthusiast. Here we bridge the gap between science and spirituality, mind, body, and soul. I've been on one today, and so fitting for where we are in bringing awareness to our energy center. So the throat chakra, or the vistula, is our nonverbal and verbal communication hub. It enables us to listen deeply and speak with conviction. This is our place of expression. A few key words come to mind when you hear the throat chakra: truth, purpose, expression, artistry, service, synchronicity, and most definitely communication. While communication comes in all forms, not just speaking, like singing, dancing, writing, they're very essential to our well-being. It's pointless without the ability to listen intently. So just as important it is for you to express yourself, it's also important for you to have the understanding to be able to receive others' language than emotion. One is able to express themselves through kindness, blessing, or sweet words. Or you can express yourself through hate, negativity, and judgment. The word vistula translates to pure or purity, as it's one of the first upper chakras that challenges you to become more conscious of the way you communicate. Think of your throat chakra as a filter. It only appears in a healthy way when you're authentic and honest with yourself. It weakens when we tell lies, keep secrets, stifle the truth, or wear masks that aren't authentic to who we truly are. When we are living in our authentic truth and not settling or wearing masks, we naturally attract everything that we need. The throat chakra is located in the throat and governs the neck, the throat, the esophagus, the thyroid, the parathyroid, the vocal cords, the trachea, the cervical spine, the mouth, teeth, gums, hypothalamus, tonsils, ears, and the auditory system. So it's a lot packed into this one little space in the physical body. Yet this is the layer that typically grabs the most energetic gunk throughout our days. So this system works outward, making up the fifth layer of the auric field, the etheric temple, which extends about 2 feet away from the physical body. And as you practice through your heart space, opening and closing that toroidal field, this space will get bigger. You will take up more energetic space. The etheric temple is the spiritual blueprint that outlines everything we manifest into this world through the etheric plane. This layer of the aura is made stronger by expressing your truth and authenticity, not hiding behind fake positivity or sitting and stirring and spewing out more venom with our words. Imbalances can occur when we hold tensions in our throat, especially as a result of repressed emotion, creativity, and expression during our formative years from 0 to 7. I need you to understand how important it is for children to be in healthy and safe environments, especially from 0 to 7, as our brains from that age are in a theta wave state where they're just picking up what's around them. There's no separation from what they see to what they think, what they feel. This is just programming. So if you grew up in environments where children were seen and not heard, being around people to tell you to be quiet or ignore you when you're trying to express yourself, being punished for talking back, You may have been blackmailed, forced to keep secrets, fed lies, received mixed messages from elders and parental figures. Being in environments with verbal abuse and excessive criticism can cause imbalance in the throat chakra. Constant background noise can cause imbalance, as this chakra is extremely sensitive to sounds and music, as it silences and makes our inner voice more difficult to tap into. A balanced and flowing throat chakra includes clear and thoughtful communication that's truthful. We're able to express our needs, wants, and desires while maintaining our personal integrity. The voice and self expression is strong and vibrant. You ease into writing, speaking, and sharing your thoughts and feelings with others, but also are comfortable in silence. You are able to express what's in your heart space without being hurtful or harmful to others. One major symptom or manifestation of an imbalance in this energy center is if you have difficulty communicating. You may be suffering from writer's block or creative block. Physical symptoms may be excessive coughing without a medical illness, excessive throat clearing, a swelling of ears, a throat, swollen glands, especially along the jawline, laryngitis, and throat cancers. Other indicators could be eating disorders, addictions, or speech impediments. Here are some manifestations of what an excessive or overactive throat chakra can manifest like in your 3D reality. Talking too much or excessively. You constantly have to fill the room with chatter. That is a huge sign of overactive. Stuttering while speaking. Talking over others. Gossiping frequently. Being unaware of your body language. Acting pompous or arrogant. Having a loud and dominating voice. Interruption of others regularly. Lying frequently. Unspoken truths. Using hands excessively while talking. Being overcritical of everything and everyone. Just criticize. Unaware of the feelings of others. Overthinking. Lack authentic expression and inspiration. Having a know-it-all mentality. Constant ear infections. Hyperthyroidism. Tonsillitis. And teeth and gum issues that are repetitive. Underactive or deficient energy flow to the throat chakra may manifest physically in the following ways. Suppressing of feelings and emotion. You're fearful of expressing yourself. Afraid of offending others. Having a shy or weak, timid voice. Being unable to remember your dreams. Feeling frustrated by having to have conversations. Misunderstanding body language. Inability to focus on conversations. Feeling talked at rather than talked to. Being interrupted frequently. Having poor rhythm. Feeling unable to speak up. Being unable to share your ideas clearly. Experiencing writer's block or creative blocks very often. You overreact by external stimuli such as loud sounds, babies crying, animals barking, very easily irritated and agitated. Your voice cracks frequently. You stutter or have some other speech impediment. Your vocabulary is limited. Having poor rhythm. Bronchitis. ear infections, hearing impediments, hypothyroidism, laryngitis frequently, teeth and gum issues, TMJ. Let's dive into the tools for balancing this magnificent, expressive energy center. So first and foremost, one of the easiest tools that you can use in your tool bag is color theory. So with color theory, we can wear it, we can look at it, or we can eat it. All of those bring that same vibration of the color, which is going to bring awareness to that energy center, balancing any imperfections or impurities, any clogs of stagnant energy, and moving those away. So for the throat chakra, it's associated with the color blue. So blueberries, blackberries, plums, grapes, purple carrots, purple potatoes, eggplants, elderberries are all foods that really invigorate this energy center. Another great tool to have, and I highly suggest everyone everywhere getting a echo or some sort of a music device that is going to play healing sounds while you sleep. This reprograms it, helps you get deeper sleep, restorative sleep. And that's what you want when you are going through an awakening and you're wanting to create more balance and stability within your vessel. So the throat chakra is associated with the G note. So if you have tuning forks, the tuning fork is tuned to a G. You would place that on your throat chakra and allow that vibration to excite and wake up and recalibrate the cells to the solfeggio frequency. If not, 174 or 741 hertz will do the same thing. So sound therapy has many benefits and can be done, again, while you sleep, which is the beauty of it. You just turn on a frequency, allow it to play, you wake up, and I promise you, do it for 30 days, your life will change. Another beautiful tool that we can use are our crystal ally friends. So they help to maintain balance and give comfort and support during the transitional times of our life. But you have to make sure you need to cleanse them when you purchase your crystals, program them, and give them a job to do for you. You can physically wear them. You can put them in your space, your home, your office space. You can put them in your vehicle. Put them in your pocket. Just carry them with you. They are going to send out and interact and interlock with your own personal energy essence, and you create a bond. I'm telling you, best friends you'll ever have. Some of the favorable throat chakra crystals that I love are going to be aquamarine, which promotes heartfelt communication and courage. It's a very loving and gentle stone, but will also give you the strength needed to weather out the storms. It's comfort to the thyroid as well as any teeth or gum issues. Lapis lazuli is a stone of ancient Egypt. It fosters honor and truth, good judgment, and public success while strengthening the thyroid and the ears. Sodalite helps heal communication, aids in self-discipline, and is great for the vocal cords. Blue apatite is a beautiful stone for balancing the throat chakra as well as aiding in weight loss. It is gentle and loving, pushing you to be your best, most authentic self. Now, these are just a few. There are so many amazing crystals. I always promote intuition and exploration. Use your intuition to guide you on which crystals are going to benefit and help you along your journey. Some other highly recommended tools for balancing and bringing awareness to the throat chakra are going to be tapping, qigong, lymphatic drainage massage are especially great. But Reiki is also a great aid to help you move stagnancy or blockages that are deep within the psyche. Yoga or any intentional movement to clear and get the lymphatic system flowing are going to be extremely beneficial, because if you don't know, The lymphatic system spreads throughout the entire body, but a lot of the drainage ducts are within the throat chakra area. So the face drains to the ear, which drains to the neck, and then it goes down and out. But this is a large portion of where we get a lot of stored and stagnant lymph fluid, as well as stored and stagnant energy. Most of us walk around with our jaws clenched so regularly, they're so tight, that it doesn't allow that vital life force energy to flow. And so that's why unclenching our jaw, being aware of the tension that we hold and pick up throughout the day, this is when spiritual hygiene becomes a beautiful thing. So burn your sage, get your Palo Santos, get your Florida water, your selenite, whatever it is that you do that you feel comfortable, that cleanses you, a salt bath, a sound bath. Do those regularly to get that energetic gunk out of our ethereal temple. Okay? Breathing is also a beautiful way. You can do the fire breath, you can do box breathing, but practice intentional breathing and your life will change exponentially. We can do all of these beautiful exercises to bring awareness, but we are not really healing until we step into the arena of facing our shadow. Journaling is a great way to face that shadow. It's a great way to bring awareness. So here are a few journal prompts to help improve and strengthen your communication style and your authentic expression. Number one, how do you think you could improve your communication skills? Followed by, how can you improve your active listening skills? What does a conversation between your higher self and your current self look like? What would your higher self want you to know in this moment? How do your core values and beliefs influence your communication? This is a very, very important question to going back to that childhood trauma. Where were you able to express yourself? Were you able to say and question? If not, maybe that's holding you back. How can you let go of fear of judgment? How can embracing your most authentic self impact your relationships with others? So if we can't have an honest conversation with ourselves, how are we able to have honest conversations with those around us? So by simply having and opening up the dialect to our own very needs, wants, and desires, we are then able to express that to others. And then we're able to form healthy, reciprocated communication and connections with those around us. The last one. Was I allowed to express my fears, my needs, and my desires to my parents or authority figures? If not, how has that affected the way that you communicate with others? And how has that shaped your communication style to this day? From that, how can that be improved? Reprogramming after shadow work is one of the most important parts of the integration process, because once you've brought to awareness, then you're offered the opportunity to change. So if we're changing our communication styles and the way that we communicate with ourselves, with others, and listening intently to ourselves and others, we need some affirmations to reprogram and really drive in this new way of being. So with affirmations, we're going to say them. We're going to say them from our chest. We're going to say them like we mean it. And we're going to say them until we feel a change within our vessel. At that point and that point only is energy reprogrammed. So you're running a new script from that point of change within the body. It might not happen instantly for you if you're new to affirmations and healing work. However, the more that you run these cycles and alchemize these old programs that no longer work, and you're driving in a new program, the quicker you're going to be able to feel this from your heart space, and it's going to radiate out almost instantly for you like the snap of a finger. So, usually affirmations from the throat or I speak, but not always. So, here are a few of my favorite powerful throat affirmations. I always speak in terms of success and prosperity. I am confident in speaking in my areas of expertise. I speak my truth freely and openly. Being honest frees me. I am friendly and easy to talk to. My voice matters. My innate ability to communicate draws others closer to me. I speak clearly and with conviction. I let go of blocks that keep me from my fullest expression of self. My voice is my power. I listen with compassion and speak with love. I express myself truthfully with words and actions. And our last two, I am an excellent communicator. I step into my personal power by exploring who I really am. Thank you for joining me on this week's episode of Debunked. Next week, we are debunking all things from the Psychic Center and the Third Eye. Thank you so much for joining me and supporting me on this channel. If you love this content, if you want to see more, please hit that like, comment, subscribe, share it out, and follow me on all the other social media platforms at The Pontificated. Thank you so much for being here, and remember to always have a beautiful day on purpose. I love you. Live and love out loud.